Well, hello everybody from Nanomagnetics. This is Dan here. I hope everybody's well. This is a video that's going to give you an introduction to how to build with nanodots, how to talk to your customers about the nanodots, and even a little bit about what are the nanodots. We're going to show you some basic techniques so that you've got the ability to wow your customers. This is going to be a really valuable way to get a great reaction from your clients and improve your business. For more in terms of building and techniques, I always encourage you to visit dotpedia.com, and also we have tutorials that are free at nanodots.com that'll show you the beginning, the basics, the intermediate, and the advanced. So after this video, we encourage you to check that out too. So for starters, what are the nanodots? Well, the nanodots are super strong individual magnets. They all come apart. These high-powered spheres are used for all kinds of things. The Wall Street Journal refers to it as addictive and magical. Time Magazine calls nanodots incredibly hard to put down. And CNET calls the nanodots 21st century Lego with magnets. So the nanodots are worldwide popular, and we are going to show you why here in this video and some of the cool things you can do. So what are they? Well, the nanodots are super strong magnetic spheres, 5 millimeters in diameter. They do have different coatings. In this case, we have the gold ones. And the nanodots are used for all kinds of different things. So we're going to get into some of the building techniques that you can use and show you even some of the more complex techniques that we have as well. So for starters, how do they connect? Well, there's actually two ways that the nanodots connect. The first one here is called parallel. You can see the nanodots are aligned side by side, just like that. And this is contrast with the zippered connection. The zippered connection is different because the nanodots, instead of aligning side by side, are actually staggered. And they actually they are much more tightly packed in this case. And this creates a more rigid structure in this case. And we use both for different things. So the parallel is great for doing the cube, and the zippered or staggered connection is important for things like the magic wand, which we're going to show you here. So I'll show you how to make both connection types. They're both very easy to do. So the parallel connection, you just simply make a circle, for example, and fold it over, and just like that, real easy, you got your parallel connection. The zippered or staggered connection is just as easy. So if I take a line and I simply break the line and keep it in the same direction, you'll see that I have a zippered connection formed automatically, just like that. So now let's put this one into action. I'm going to show you how to use the zipper technique to build the magic wand. So it's really easy to do the magic wand. This is a great trick to show your customers. So all you need to do is create 4 zippered rows. I'm just going to take the last one off to kind of show you how to add it back on. So I'm just going to snap that there, and they automatically forms there, and just fold it over. So I've got my magic wand here. And what this is going to do is create a super strong magnetic field right here at the end. And if I take, let's say, 4 nanodots and put it in my hand or in my customer's hand, I can actually make the nanodots come alive by putting that magic wand underneath my hand. So I can spin it around or make it walk on my hand. You can make it dance. Customers of all ages really get a kick out of this one, so definitely a great trick to show them. So that's the magic wand. And let's move right on to some of the building techniques that are really great to do. The most important building technique with the nanodots would be the wrapping technique. And the reason why is using the wrapping technique, you can take a simple technique and build an infinite number of different things. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. For example, this pentagon here, if I was to make 12 of these and combine them together, I can actually make a soccer ball, just like that from one simple technique. So let's start by making the hexagon, which you see here. It's very easy to do. All I need to do is take a line of nanodots, just like this, and I start with a basic number of dots. In this case, I've got a base of 6 dots. And now I just combine my line to the side and wrap around, just like that. And you can see I'm extending that flat shape, and I've got a duplicate of my hexagon here. So I can combine my hexagons together, and you'll see in this case they combine in a parallel fashion. But if I wanted to combine in a zippered formation, I just flip one of them over, just like that. So anytime you're building, keep in mind that if you get the wrong connection type between the two creations, all you need to do is flip one over and you're going to be able to reverse that connection type. Pretty cool. So that's the hexagon. Now let's take a look at the pentagon. Well, it's just as easy to do, but it's a slightly different shape. And the way we do the pentagon is just the same. We take a base of 5, and once we've got a base of 5 dots, we wrap around the edge once again. But a special property of 5-sided shapes is that in 3D space, they do not stay flat. They actually become concave or convex, depending on how you look at it. So we've duplicated that pentagon there. You see I've got that zipper connection. I can actually reverse that one by pushing this through, and I've got now the ability to connect it in a parallel formation. Look at that. Pretty neat, hey? And check this out, ladies and gentlemen. If I add one more dot, I actually can turn my pentagon into a spinning top. So I'll just move the nano pad out of the way, and look at that. I've now wowed my customer with one more cool trick after another. This pentagon here will spin for a long time. It's a really cool trick to show your customers and clients. Definitely give that one a try, and it's also really easy to do. So we've covered a few cool things here, how the nanodots connect. We've covered the magic wand. We've covered the wrapping technique for the hexagon and the pentagon. Now let's move on to probably the most important trick to wow your customers at the shows and wow your clients. It's the 4x4 cube. It takes about 20 seconds to do and is an absolute winner when it comes to impressing your audience. So I definitely encourage you to take about 20 minutes, practice the cube, get good at it. The cube is easy to do and something that comes in the 64 tube packaging. So it's the 4x4 64 cubes. You got it right there, and your customers can try it at home. So I'm going to show you how to make the cube. Again, you just start with a line of nanodots. It's always the way to go. And what I'm doing here is I'm wrapping 16 nanodots around my thumb. So I know the tension of 16 around my thumb because I've done this a number of times. If it was 15, it would be tighter, 17 would be looser, and you can also use 2 fingers if you prefer. I like to use my thumb. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to create 4 parallel rows. And the way I keep it parallel is by going backwards and forwards. Notice that if I keep going in the same direction, I get a zippered connection. So I'm going to just reverse that one. So I've got the parallel connection there. So I've got 4 parallel rows. Now all I do is I push in the middle to make a figure 8. So the 4 dots in the middle come together. I know I did it right because the flat surfaces are on the top and the bottom. And then all I do is I hold in the middle and push the top and the bottom just like that. And voila, I've got my cube. So you can do that in about 20 seconds and your customer is going to be absolutely amazed. You can of course also combine cubes together and start to make, bigger, more interesting creations. Super awesome stuff. That's really what the nanodots are all about, is taking some basic techniques and combining it and using a bit of imagination to make absolutely anything. So let's move right on to our next technique, which is called the triangle. You can make a diamond with it though. So I'm going to take a line like this to make it. I'm going to use 9 dots in this case. I turn it into a ring. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch that 1 dot out, and then I'm going to push here on these 2, and I make my triangle. So it's simple, but the cool thing about the triangles is that I can combine them. In this case, they want to repel, so I'm going to flip it over. There I go, I've got my parallel connection. And with that, I can start to combine my triangles together to make really any kind of thing that I can imagine, just really extending that design. So in this case, just extending it just like that into, I guess what we've got here, kind of like a wheel, just like that. So I can make some interesting patterns, add more triangles and extend it. I'm just gonna take this apart and use a bit of imagination here and maybe combine them in a new way. So I'll add the triangle here to make a bigger triangle and even fold it, and voila, I've got a pyramid. So versatile, really cool to do, only takes a few seconds. So what you've seen here is quite a bit in just a short amount of time. We've talked about what are the nanodots, how do they work. We've shown you both of the basic connection types. We've shown you the wrapping techniques, the magic wand, the 4x4 cube, the spinning top, and of course the triangles here as well. What these tricks are going to give you is the ability to wow your customers, to really make an incredible presentation. It's going to improve your business, improve your sales, get a great result, and impress everybody who you show them to. So as always, we here at Nanomagnetics are extremely pleased to support you, whether it's at the shows, whether it's over Skype or in videos like this. Always happy to help. Please reach out to us for more. And again, for additional tutorials, more information, check out nanodots.com and .pedia.com. For now, this is Dan from Nanomagnetics signing off. Take care, everybody.